7 of his first 11 starts before dropping 4 of his last 5 decisions. Tonight, Jeremy and the Rays trying to right the ship and get back in the thick of the AL East race as they face the Yankees in Game 2 of a 4-game set. Catch all the action on Sun Sports. Tonight, the Rays will continue their homestand at Tropicana Field, taking on the New York Yankees in the second game of a 4-game series. For the Rays so far, they have won 1 and dropped 3 on this stand as they try indeed to get back into the thick of things in the AL East. And at this point, the only thing thick is that big 8. They are running third, 8 games back of Boston. New York, a game and a half back. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Stats. Good to have you looking in. Todd Callis will be along in just a few moments. Well, the Rays and the New York Yankees go at it. Last night, the Rays jumped to that early lead, 4-1, only to see this New York ball club come back and win 5-4. Offense a concern for the Rays, but not at the first base position where Casey Kotchman has celebrated a homecoming here.
Dwayne, who would have thought at the beginning of the season a guy that didn't make your opening day roster, went to AAA Durham, would be your leading hitter? I mean, he's hitting .336 on the season. He's hit left-handers well. He's hitting over .350 against right-handers. He's able to do that because he's consistently spraying the ball all over the field. Hit to left, hit up the middle. We saw a hard hit ball up the middle by him last night. Hits the ball to right field. He's been hitting the ball well through July. Actually, that July's a down month for him. 327 brings that average down. But Casey Kotchman has been the Rays' most consistent hitter since he's come to the big leagues in early April.
Yeah, and his average overall has not been under 330 since the first week of May. Now, as we switch to the mound, Jeremy Hellickson having a Rookie of the Year type season. The Rays are going to have to balance that. They want to utilize his abilities on the hill, but they also want to prevent innings buildup.
Well, and that's why you have the layoff that Jeremy Hellickson has. He is having a very good, outstanding rookie season. You know, he's in the top 3 of all the major statistical categories for rookies. You know, he had that stretch in June where he lost 4 straight starts. He rebounded nicely in his last start, pitching into the 8th inning, giving up just 3 earned runs. The problem with that was, it was at the beginning of July. He's working on 16 days of rest. How sharp will Jeremy be?
And our commentary healthcare pitching matchup, Jeremy Hellickson looking for his 9th win, goes up against the veteran right-hander Bartolo Colon. Did not pitch in the major leagues at all last year, has come back to go 6-5 for New York so far, making his 14th start here tonight for the Yankees. Well, that bullpen has been a big part of the Rays' success. It also has been overtaxed a bit recently, and when we come back, we'll get a bullpen report from Todd Callis.
rolling in on a Tuesday evening. Second game of a 4-game series between Tampa Bay and New York. Now, you knew coming out of the All-Star break, Boston in for 3, Yankees in for 4. This is going to be a tough stretch for the Rays, and in particular, their bullpen. The starters haven't done a bad job, but even despite that, you throw in a 16-inning game and a lot of matching up late. You see a lot of guys working in that bullpen. Kyle Farnsworth, 55 pitches, 3 innings so far in this homestand. Brandon Gomes with that extended outing the other night in that 16-inning game. Then you have Cesar Ramos, Joel Peralta, J.P. Howell, Jake McGee. Adam Russell's not here anymore. Juan Cruz is on the DL. Alex Torres down to AAA Durham. 17 walks in 17 innings. Our Geico quote of the game. We talked to Jim Hickey and Joe Madden about the current state of things for the Rays bullpen.
There's a little bit of concern with fatigue with all those guys at this point, but I think a little bit more so with Farnsworth and maybe a little bit more so with Peralta because they've been prone to throw more than an inning, even if it's only 2 or 3 outs over the course of, 2 separate innings, that takes a little bit more of a toll than just the get up, get in, pitch 1 inning and go ahead and sit down.
Today, I would say Ramos is out, McGee and Howell are back in. I think Peralta's in, and we got Dane De La Rosa from the minor leagues. So you're not going to see Farnsworth, Gomes, or Ramos today. So we have some guys out there. But overall, I like what they've been doing a lot. They've been sucking up some really tough innings, and they've been pitching actually very well.
3 guys were out last night, a different 3 down tonight, and we're ready for baseball. 2 minutes and 41 seconds and counting between the Rays and the New York Yankees. Jeremy Hellickson on the mound for Tampa Bay, Bartolo Colon on the mound for New York. Playing stats and Brian Anderson with all the action in high definition next.
The New York Yankees square off once again. Take a look at the starting lineup for New York, where Derek Jeter leads off from the shortstop spot. Number 2 hitter is Curtis Granderson, followed by Mark Teixeira. Robinson Cano hits cleanup. Nick Swisher in right, the number 5 hitter. Jorge Posada, the DH, with Russell Martin catching. Brett Gardner in left, he'll hit 8th. And Eduardo Nunez playing third base, hitting 9th.
Making the start tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander Jeremy Hellickson will be his 17th start of the season. He has the 1 complete game. He's had 2 previous appearances against the New York Yankees, both of them out of the bullpen. He's thrown a combined 3 2/3 against this Yankee ball club. This is his first start.
17th start overall here for Hellickson with a mark of 8-7. He's 3-4 here at home and 5-3 on the road. His earned run average here at Tropicana Field at .294. And he faces Derek Jeter to start this game. The first pitch is a strike call on the inside part of the plate. We are underway right on time at 10 past 7 o'clock. 72 comfortable degrees here at Tropicana Field. Jeter had a base hit last night for New York. Used this one off the end of the bat. He was 1 for 5. 0-2 the count right now.
It'll be interesting to see tonight in the early going how sharp Jeremy Hellickson is. This is his 16th day of rest, and for a guy who has been known to struggle with his command, especially early in counts, that will be something to look forward to follow tonight.
The pitch is down. Well, he was supposed to start that Friday game up in Yankee Stadium that was rained out, and they skipped over him in the rotation. That's part of that innings savings maneuver. The young right-hander, just 24 years old.
Yeah, and the backup plan, wasn't that shabby. You skip over Jeremy Hellickson, you turn it over to Price and Shields.
Yep.
So you certainly understand that. You're right about the innings, but still 16 days off for a starting pitcher, for any pitcher, that's a long time.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Jeter out on strikes. A little extra on the fastball from Hellickson to strike out Jeter.
Well, after the first pitch to Derek Jeter, everything else was down in the zone, at the bottom of the strike zone or below it. And then all of a sudden surprises him here with a fastball just above the belt and gets him to chase.
And if you could get him to chase up there, that's good, because Ed Rapuano, the plate umpire, more of a low strike umpire than he is a high strike umpire.
That's changed his eye level. Work him down 3 or 4 pitches in a row and then pop one up.
Here's Curtis Granderson. A pitch inside. A ball, no strikes. So Hellickson takes care of Jeter. Like a lot of young men, he grew up idolizing Derek Jeter, named his dog after Derek Jeter, and strikes him out here to start this game. 2-0 now the count. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Well, you saw that last night too, the way the Rays were trying to pound Granderson in, not allow him to get extended with those arms. He generates all his power.
And he tries to bunt, and the ball hits him on the foot. So Granderson hit by that pitch. He was showing bunt.
Well, you want to talk about a mislocation. This is supposed to be a fastball away, and it gets Granderson right on the top of the left foot, right by the ankle. I mean, Jeremy Hellickson missed his spot there by about 3 feet.
Well, he hasn't pitched in 16 days.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, that's a fastball arm side away that he not only threw across the plate, but yanked it right into Granderson's foot.
It's only the second batter he's hit this year. Granderson aboard at first. 1 on, 1 out. Mark Teixeira. Pitch taken away. Change up down there. 1 ball, no strikes. Shift on for the Rays. Renyak on the first base side of second. And that's a strike. It's 1-1. Hellickson holding the ball a little extra before he made that last pitch to Teixeira, and that was for the benefit of Granderson over at first.
Trying to upset the running game of the Yankees, and then you saw not only the hold, but then the quick slide step. Pick the foot up and put it down.
And a strike called. 1-2.
That's just about as quick as you can be to home plate. I mean, very little wasted. Look at that. Just pick it up, put it down, and throw it. It's like he's playing catch. Hard to get a good jump off of that.
And a nice pitch out there on the corner.
I'd go so far as to say it was very good, outstanding pitch.
Over to first. Granderson back in. Well, a new baseball put into play here by Ed Rapolano. Joe Girardi, the manager of the New York Yankees, became the youngest of 9 Yankee managers to win a World Series in 2009. A 1-2 count. Inside, the snap throw to first. Granderson back in. Well, we saw last night Chirinos, who's behind the plate again tonight, is not bashful about unloading a throw to any of the bases.
Well, here it is. He gets the ball in. It gives them a nice sight line to be able to squeeze out from behind Teixeira and make the throw.
Throw to first, and again, Granderson is back in. Foul the other way. That's going to be out of play. Holds the count at 2-2. Granderson was hit by a pitch. He's at first. That followed the strikeout of Jeter. It's a 2-2 count on Mark Teixeira. He's out in front. It's a little foul ball off the changeup. The opposition off Hellickson hitting just .210. That's 5th best in the American League among starting pitchers. Two swing and a fly ball up the right side into foul territory. Zobrist, but that ball is out of play.
Well, let's take a look at the Rays defense as it lines up tonight. Left to right in the outfield, Sam Full, B.J. Upton, and Ben Zobrist. Across the infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac, Sean Rodriguez, and Casey Kochman. Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Tonight's Rays defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Granderson up first base with a lead. 2-2 the count to Mark Teixeira. Swing and a miss. A little breaking ball there. Teixeira is out number 2.
Well, Teixeira was battling Jeremy Hellickson on the fastball changeup, staying alive by spoiling some pretty good pitches. So how about this? Let's come with the one that you haven't seen. The curveball right out over the plate, but he keeps it below the zone, gets the swing and a miss. That's a big time pitch right there.
Robinson Cano steps in now. Cano, the all-star second baseman for the Yankees and the winner of this year's home run derby at the All-Star game. There goes Granderson. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is not in time. Picked in front of the bag by Brignac, and Granderson has a stolen base, his 18th of the year.
Well, even so, with Jeremy Hellickson being so quick to the plate, he was leaning. He got a good jump, but still, Hellickson quick, and he slides to the outside. Watch him go to the outside of the bag, reach back with the left hand, And Brignac, the tag never even gets to him.
One strike to count to Cano with a man in second and 2 outs.
We've averted a disaster.
Jockeying back and forth by Granderson. The pitch down and into Cano. And it's 1-1. Yeah, apparently there was a little hum of some type, a harmonic resonance going on. And we think it came from left field because when it stopped, there was a big cheer from the stands and left. One and one to count here to Cano. Pitch is outside. Now it's 2-1. Chirinos heads to the hill. Take a look at Hellickson and break his season down. What he did early, that's our Toyota trend, and what's transpired lately.
Well, got off to that fast start, 7-3 in those first 11 starts. The ERA very good. The last 5, not so much. You know, there was that stretch in there in the open where he had lost 4 straight games. He had one really bad game, and that even wasn't that bad. He gave up 5 earned runs and 5 1/3 or 5 2/3 in Baltimore. The other games, you know, what are we going to do? He ran into some tough pitching. In fact, those 4 losses, the Rays were shut out in 3 of them.
Pitch low, a fastball, and now it's 3-1.
Here's the fastball, definitely out over the plate,
but down a little bit. Hit batter, a stolen base. The Yankees have a man at second with 2 outs. And Cano's ahead in the count. And he fouls this one out of play. 3-2. We have the harmonic resonance back again. It's a mysterious presence emanating from the left field stands.
This is louder.
Yes.
This time around.
The 3-2. And a little bouncing ball foul right side. I think it's a D sharp.
All I know is I'm going cross-eyed.
Yeah, Girardi trying to not allow it to bother his concentration, but not succeeding. Swing and a miss. Cano is out on strikes. Curveball got him. Curveballs to strike out Teixeira and Cano. As Hellickson strikes out the side, he got Jeter on the fastball, Teixeira on a breaking ball, and Cano on a breaking ball. first inning, no score. And let's take a look at this lineup put together by Joe Madden. Johnny Damon, the DH, followed by Vince Zobrist and Evan Longoria. Kochman, Upton, and Chirinos down the middle. Rodriguez, Fold, and Brignac all facing Bartolo Colon.
Bartolo making his 14th start of the season. Really struggled his last time out. Actually didn't get out of the first inning. Recorded just 2 outs against the Blue Jays and taking a loss.
And his first pitch to Johnny Damon is too low. A ball and no strikes. There's a strike. It's 1-1. The Rays got him for 5 runs in the series opener up in New York. In the previous series between these two clubs, he's ahead of Damon. Threw him a fastball, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's something you're going to see an awful lot of. Bartolo Colon, fastball heavy. He will throw the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer.
And Damon fouls it away, and in that game in New York, the Rays were very aggressive against him.
And you would expect to see that off Bartolo Colon. You know, this is a guy, you talk about the first 2 pitches of an at-bat. How about that? 440 average. 51 of the 87 total hits that he's given up have been on the first 2 pitches.
Still 1-2 right now. The harmonic resonance has ceased.
That's why I feel like I can think clearly.
This pitch is down and in. Wouldn't it be funny if it only occurred while the Yankees were hitting and not when the Rays were hitting? That would concern Joe Girardi. Strike 3 call, and a good pitch by Colon.
Now let's take a look at the Yankee defense as it lines up. Left to right in the outfield, Brent Gardner, Curtis Granderson, Nick Swisher. Across the infield, third to first, Eduardo Nunez, Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, and Mark Teixeira. Russell Martin once again behind the plate. Tonight's Yankees defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Pitch is a little wide. Fastball, and it's 1-0. Zobrist opened the game against Cologne in New York with a triple. Looks at a strike, and it's now 1-1. Pitch is down and in. 2-1. He tried to nip the corner with that pitch and missed.
Well, very similar to the pitch that he struck Johnny Damon out with, is that 2-seamer that he starts in off the plate.
It's a ground ball sharply hit, and Teixeira comes up with that one in that big first baseman's mitt. Teixeira playing it off to his left and actually gloved it behind him.
Yeah, that was more goalie than first baseman. Right here, a hard slap shot. And Teixeira with the glove save and a beauty.
So 2 up, 2 down. Colon, if he can work that pitch to left-handed hitters to get it to come back and catch the plate, then he's in business.
Well, that was a pitch that yet he tried over and over again up in New York before the break against the Rays and just couldn't get it to nip that inside corner. Not enough movement on it.
He's missed twice into Longoria.
But you're right, that pitch in on left, he should give up on it. You see fastball out of his hand, you see it in off the plate, so hey, I'm not going to swing at that. He gets that late movement, catches the inside corner.
2-1.
And just the opposite against the righties. That he throws that pitch there, starts at middle in. The right-hander sees it out over the plate, and as he goes to swing, all of a sudden that late movement takes it in under the hands.
Right there.
There it is.
2-2.
I mean, Longoria sees a fastball out of the hand that is middle in. And then watch this late movement. Take it right under the bat.
It'd He missed there, 3-2, but if he can command that pitch, that's why a guy can stand out there and throw one fastball right after another and go, well, here, try to hit that.
Right. And then he will load up, though, and then four-seam you at 95 while you're expecting the movement. He blows it right by you.
3-2, and that is ball 4. 2-out walk for Longoria. It's going to get Casey Kochman to the plate. Casey starts the night hitting .336, but he's a couple plate appearances short of qualifying for being in the batting race. So a couple more nights and he should have that and be listed among the league leaders. Takes a pitch for a ball. 1-0.
I still can't believe he hasn't qualified. Been playing first base all year long. He missed 6 games.
The pitch to him. That's a strike. 1-1 now.
I'll tell you what, it has been quite the resurgence, though, for Casey Kochman. Coming into this year, not sure what you're going to get out of the bat. Well, he has just continued to hit, uses the whole field, hits lefties, hits righties, and always gives you a good at-bat even when he makes it out.
Hitting over .350 for the homestand. Bounds it back. That's going to be out of play. It's 1-2.
Now, he's one of those guys that during the course of the night, he may have 4 or 5 plate appearances, and he takes every one of them seriously. You do not see him go to the plate and give an at-bat away with just a bad swing or a bad approach. I mean, he'll make some bad outs, but he always has a plan, and he's always going to battle you.
Takes the count to 2-2. Tap halfway to the mound, and a quick throw to first by Martin to Teixeira retires the side. Rays lead 1 through 1, no score. AutoWay is part of AutoNation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. By Tires Plus, the plus is in everything we do. By Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. And by AT&T. Ball game moves into the second inning. Swisher set to lead it off. Swisher, Posada, and Martin. pitch too high. 1 ball and no strikes. Ellickson struck out the side in the first. He also hit Granderson on the foot with a pitch. Cut to miss and a fastball. It's 1-1.
Come on, Nick.
Austin and Baltimore. They're in the bottom of the second inning at Camden Yards. No score in that game. High popper right side. Foul ball. Kochman and Rodriguez trying to get there. Now it hits. It hits one of the catwalks. That was in foul territory, and so it's a dead ball. The ball actually kicked back and landed in fair territory, but where it hit was on the foul side, and so it's a dead ball. Now that ball hits fair. It's in play.
See, it bounces off that catwalk back down into fair territory, but it's a few feet foul. Time do the elephants show up?
I'm telling you, we've had all kinds of things go on here during this homestand. Did he go? He did not on the appeal down to Ed Hickox, and it's 2-2 now.
The breaking ball got to Sharon, and you could almost swung him right there. That was close.
Too low, full count.
I can't wait till the guy gets shot out of the cannon. That'll be cool.
What if he hits the B ring?
Didn't count.
It's a do-over.
Maybe not for him.
Hot ball into left. Right there is Sam Fold, and he makes the catch. One away. Well, that would be the parallel to a dead ball.
Big one, Jorge.
Here's Jorge Posada. Posada has undergone a resurgence with his bat after a slow start. Hitting 224 for the year, but the last month and a half to 2 months he's been over 300. It's especially true from the left side. Right side, a little different story, but he's been effective as a left-handed hitter. This pitch is fouled back. Ellickson offers a fastball.
You can see the breakout there. 251 left-handed. You know, in a different role for Jorge Posada. He's been a catcher for many, many years. Now has to be the designated hitter. And yeah, you can say all the right things. Hey, I'd be willing to DH and go out there and do that, but you really have to embrace that role and sell out to it if you're going to have success with it. A lot of players that play every day and make that transition don't do it very well, and early on that was the story with Posada.
Foul ball out of play, and it's 1-2. Well, I think we saw that here with Pat Burrell.
Yeah.
I mean, here's a guy who hit a lot of home runs and driven in a lot of runs. The other thing was he going to I think a different league, but the idea that he was DHing in the American League as opposed to playing defensively in the National League, 2 significant changes. Just foul outside the left field line. It's difficult to make that switch, I think, especially for a hitter who's spent most of his career in one or the other leagues. I think it's sometimes difficult to make that transition.
Yeah, well, there's no question about it. You're used to being out in the field, in the flow of the game, everything that's going on. It's a completely different role. to go up there having at bat, you may not hit again for an hour.
1-2, there's a line drive and a base hit into right. Zobrist cuts it off. Posada makes the turn and hangs on there. Well, we need look no further perhaps than Adam Dunn this year.
Well, Jorge Posada was looking for a hole somewhere. He just missed going down the third base line, and there he gets a fastball over the plate and lines it out into right field. A very good at bat there by Jorge Posada, trying to find an opening somewhere.
Now Russell Martin. First hit of the game for New York in the second inning.
Yeah, the struggles of Adam Dunn in Chicago are mind-boggling. I mean, really, he was in that stretch where he was, 1 for 54 or 155 against lefties. He gets a base hit to right field, and the crowd gave him a standing O, and he tipped his hat from first base, took the helmet out and tipped it. It has been a rough year.
And a strike call. 0-2 now to Martin.
It's a whole different mindset, how you stay loose, how you stay ready to go. But I think Jorge Posada got to the point where he realized, if I want to be out on the field, that's the role I'm going to have to be in, so I better embrace it. Better get used to it if I want to play. And he's done much better since.
Cut to miss. Martin got behind, and Hellickson broke out the changeup to strike him out.
Boy, that was a good changeup, down and in. You watch the awkward swing by Russell Martin. He sees fastball, just gets all tied up. Out over top of that, in front.
Well, you look at Dunn right now, talking about him. He'd had 38+ home runs in each of his last 7 years in the National League. And even now he's hitting 158 with 9 home runs for the White Sox. Brett Gardner. And as we saw last night, this guy can be a nemesis. First pitch he takes for a strike. And that's not unusual. He's very patient up there. Last night, he took pitches all over the place. He took 24 pitches, and 8 of those he took for strikes. There's a strike. I mean, there's some hitters who don't see 24 pitches for a week. They're aggressive. They go up there, they're hacking the first pitch or two. But he took 24 pitches in the game last night.
Well, just because he's in the 9-hole doesn't mean that he still doesn't have that leadoff man approach. That's kind of the role that he has been carved out to fill. He's not doing it right now, but that's still the approach. Take a lot of pitches, work counts.
Slow, blocked by Chirinos. 1-2.
And really, in his role here with the Yankees, he is like the second leadoff man, the forgotten man hiding down in that 9-hole that has just continued to get better and better as the season has progressed. And is red hot right now, 11 out of his last 19 since the All-Star break.
Pitch, slow and blocked again by Chirinos. 2-2. This game assuming a leisurely pace at this point. The 2-2, and he takes ball 3. So he looks at the change up there to run the count full.
Well, Jeremy Hellickson likes that change up with 2 strikes. He got ahead of Gardner quick. Missed below the zone.
Soft liner the other way to left. Posada makes a big turn, but hangs on at second. He was breaking on that 2-out 3-2 pitch, but he stops at second on the base hit to left by Gardner.
Well, Gardner put a very good at bat on Hellickson. He's able to get this ball. He got to come in the zone. He doesn't hit it well. Just kind of squirts it over there to the left side and out over the outstretched jump of Evan Longoria.
So it's 2 men on with 2 men out in the second inning for Eduardo Nunez. And he takes a strike. Posada singled with 1 out. Gardner worked a full count and singled with 2 outs. He's at first. Swing and a miss. Hellickson had him out in front on the changeup, and a big miss by Nunez.
Well, any recognition of that swing against that pitch, you're probably going to see it again and again and again until an adjustment is made, because that was not pretty.
Upstairs, fastball up and away, a little different look.
Yeah, change the eye level and then go right back to that changeup. Took a very awkward swing at the previous pitch, and especially after that fastball up and out of the zone, that's not a real good setup pitch, but you can go back to that changeup at any time.
Chirinos wants to have a little get together with Hellickson.
Well, tonight's game is available in Spanish via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
What does that mean again?
Secondary audio programming.
Way to go.
I'm just going to start spelling it out going forward.
A ball, 2 strikes to Nunez. Into the dirt. Blocked by Chirinos. It's 2-2.
Now, the last few breaking balls from Jeremy Hellickson, he's really choked off, not even giving himself a chance to get a swing. It's that pitch, you want to let that come out of your hand, stay in the strike zone, and try to drop it right into the catcher's glove in the dirt. He's been yanking that a little bit too much.
Swing and a miss. He chased it. So he got him to 2-2 and strikes him out on the pitch down and away off speed. No score, 2 left. Bottom of the second inning, and B.J. Upton will lead off against Bartolo Colon. First pitch from Colon is a ball. The Orioles have taken a 2-0 lead on Boston. Boston now batting in the top of the third at Baltimore. A looping fly ball into short center, going to fall for a base hit. One big hop out there. The ball gloved by Granderson. B.J. Upton is aboard to lead off the inning, and let's go to Todd Callis.
All right, Dwayne, tonight is the second night that we're going to try this Game Connect. It's going to be for the rest of the season. What it is, it's a little interactive social media combined with compelling stats throughout the game. You can log on to foxsportsflorida.com, click on the Game Connect link, and you can also contact us through Twitter and Facebook. And tomorrow, guys, for our Ask the Announcer on website Wednesday, they can ask right there on Game Connect. So go to foxsportsflorida.com. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, and you use that term loosely, I might add. Gentlemen, he says. So that leadoff base hit is put up to the first base, and now Martin out retrieving something. I don't know if that was what that was exactly, but Tony Pena takes care of that.
Car keys?
Car keys. Room key. Here's Chirinos now. Robinson Chirinos. The pace of this game better pick up or we're all going to be in trouble. Throw it first. Upton is back in.
Yeah, this broadcast here is more West Coast style.
Chirinos got his first big league hit, his first big league at bat last night. Wasted no time, went after the first pitch and doubled. BJ's back in at first. Chirinos 1 out of 3 coming out of last night's game. A ball and no strikes. Well, the Rays played that long game against the Red Sox, 16 innings that took 5 hours and 44 minutes to play. Last night, a 9-inning game against the Yankees went 4 hours and 1 minute, and this game is on the same pace. There's a strike.
And that was
1-1.
That was a 4-hour, 1 minute, 9-inning game. No, it wasn't 15-10. It wasn't 11-10. It was 5-4.
Yeah. And we're in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at first, nobody out. And we're closing in on 50 minutes so far. A little tap down to Foley, a foul ball. The count is a ball, 2 strikes to Chirinos. And a move to first. DJ's back in there. Set up away, and boy, Colon didn't miss by much there.
Actually, he didn't miss at all, and that's not going to help the pace of game either. This is a fastball right on the outside corner. I'm sorry, that's a strike.
Oh my.
What do you want it?
That's a very good pitch. That's a pitcher's pitch right there.
So we're not going to call corners, down, or up. Get out your sleeping bags, people.
Swing and a miss. Chirinos is out on strikes. Second strikeout. 1 away here in the second inning.
Bartolo Colon very similar to A.J. Burnett in the fact that there's not a lot of difference between the fastballs and the changeup as far as velocity goes.
A.J. Burnett pitched 5 1/3 last night. Got a no decision. First pitch to Sean Rodriguez is a strike. Sean at 221, 4 home runs. Upton, who's single, is at first. Rodriguez, the 7th hitter in the Rays lineup, and that's the first pitch strike by Bartolo Colon. And a bunt is fouled back. We'll take count to 0-2. And that's a called strike. So he took a shot out there and got that one called. 2 outs.
Well, early in the ball game, before the zone is established, you got to continue to go with what works for you. Didn't get the call on the fastball, but gets it on the slider. This is a pitch that's breaking over the plate to the outside corner, ends up in the same spot. This one he gets the call, but that's a good slider in a very good spot.
And a first pitch strike to Sam Fold. Sam's hitting .241. Came up with a pinch hit single last night. Rolls it to the right side. Cano makes the pickup and the throw. Nice little pickup by Cano, ranging to his left, and Fold is out of there. The Rays are finished, leaving a man. We're at the end of 2 here at Tropicana Field tonight. Rays nothing, and the Yankees nothing.
Joined by, it is my pleasure to be joined by Major Ed Polito, U.S. Army retired. He is also the Vice President of Folds of Honor Foundation, a Bronze Star with Valor. Amazing. Purple Heart, meritorious service, and tell us a little bit about Folds of Honor and what it means to you and everybody involved.
Well, the Folds of Honor Foundation provides the spouses and children of the fallen and wounded educational scholarships started by Major Dan Rooney, who's an F-16 fighter pilot, PGA golf professional. What we're doing is providing these children and their spouses the opportunity to go to school and get a great college education. And with Budweiser, the king of beer, stepping up to the plate, how great it is that I'm sitting here with you and the Rays and just being honored for our service to our country. And that's a great welcome home.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And they're very involved with Major League Baseball as well. Budweiser is, and this Folds of Honor program, which you become vice president of, it's just impacting so many people.
It's impacting a lot of lives. And the thing that we always say is we don't want to make the same mistakes that were made on the Vietnam vets on us. And the thing about the Folds of Honor Foundation and our partnership with Budweiser is we're giving back. And I think every citizen in this great country knows and understands that giving back is the #1 thing we can do, and how great we are that live in a nation where we don't leave anyone behind.
It's an unbelievable program, guys. You go to foldsofhonor.org for more information. And Major Polito, thank you very much for joining us to tell us more about that. I know Dwayne is very involved with the veterans, too, in different programs, and it's just a great organization.
Well,
thank you, sir.
And thank you for Fox Sports for making sure that you put us on the limelight to tell our story. We appreciate that.
Thank you for your service as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. And a bouncing ball to third. Longoria throws Jeter out, third to first. So he went 2-1 with him and got him on the tap down to Evan Longoria. One away here, retired by Jeremy Hellickson. It's Curtis Granderson. Granderson hit by a pitch, his first time up there. He takes a slow breaking ball. That's in there, strike one. Strikes, fastball foul back.
Yeah, that's tough on a hitter, and that's exactly what Jeremy Hellickson's thinking. You drop that look at 72 miles an hour, and then you come back with a fastball almost 20 miles an hour faster.
One ball, 2 strikes, the count.
I mean, that's called pitching. You know, pitching, all that is you're trying to get the hitter out of rhythm, out of sync, get some bad contact. You know, sometimes you move the ball in and out against them, and sometimes it's back and forth. And this at bat so far, it's been back and forth. Curveballs, fastball, back to the curveball.
Little tapper foul. It's handled by McKelleher down there at first base. Yeah, there's the range, topping out at 93 with a fastball. And the breaking ball at 72, and that changeup in the low 80s. Pretty good spread there. Ground ball back at first, and a nice backhanded pick by Kochman. He's so solid defensively down there at first base and makes a difficult play routine right there.
Yeah, this ball's right up the line. Got a potential to get down into the corner for extra bases, but Kochman, he's right there, kind of cheating over towards that first base line. Makes the nice little one-step backhand. Takes it himself.
2 up, 2 down in the third. Mark Teixeira. One ball, no strikes. A strike. Wieters has come up with a base hit to drive in a run in the bottom of the third inning. That opens a 3-0 lead for Baltimore over Boston. There's a broken bat and a fair ball lined up the right side into the corner. Teixeira's headed for second base, and the throw skips by the bag at second, and Brignac. It's a double for Teixeira. The throw backed up by Longoria.
How about the fact that turned into a double because he hit it so softly. If he rifles this ball down there, hits off the wall, then Zobrist is going to be able to grab that ball, get it into second base, and keep him at first. But because this ball's off the end of the bat, it takes forever to get down there, doesn't come off the wall very hard, and so that is what has allowed Teixeira to get into second base.
So the 2-out double, and it gives the Yankees an opportunity here with a man in scoring position. Robinson Cano. Pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hellickson got him on a 3-2 curveball in the first inning, struck him out. And he hits this one a long way into deep left center field, and that ball is gone. Robinson Cano hits a fastball out, and New York will take a 2-0 lead. 13th home run given up by Hellickson. And he lasered that one out of here.
Yeah, that's not your grandfather's second baseman, not with that kind of juice. And this ball, boy, he made some loud contact, just pushes this ball out towards left center field. I mean, that, making solid contact, let that ball travel a little bit, and you see how much power he's got. That ball fading away from center over, heading towards left center from a left-handed hitting second baseman. And he gets it out of here.
16th home run of the year, and he now has 61 runs batted in. As we mentioned, his first time up. Swisher takes one low. He won the home run derby around the All-Star celebration this year. He had 32 home runs over 3 rounds in that home run derby. He had his father Jose pitching to him. His father played in the Houston system and got up briefly with the Astros. Spent a lot of time playing in Mexico, and he pitched to Robinson Cano in that home run derby. There's a roller handled by Kochman to Hellickson to get Swisher. New York scores first with a 2-run home run.
Down by 2 in tonight's game and all season long. Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Well, the Rays are down with Reed Brignac leading off the bottom of the third. He looks at a fastball. It's too low, a ball and no strikes. Brignac, then Johnny Damon, and Ben Zobrist. A 1-1 count.
Well, you think Joe Madden thought this was a pretty good matchup here, Brignac and Bartolo Colon, because of the sink of Colon?
And a fly ball lifted toward right center field, but Swisher over there for it makes the catch.
Well, just got off the end of the bat, but that's part of the reason why right there. You know, we've talked about Reed Brignac's swing, more of an uppercut swing, likes the ball down and out over the plate where he can extend his arms. You think about Bartolo Colon with that sinker, trying to keep it down in the zone, and you hope for good contacts on swings like that. That just happened to get off the end of the bat.
Johnny Damon pops it up, foul ball. Nunez coming hard for it, makes the catch, sliding right into the base of the railing in front of the New York dugout. So Nunez showing some hustle getting over there to retire Johnny Damon.
That ball not hit that high by Johnny Damon, so Eduardo Nunez gets on his horse, gauges where he's at, and makes the nice sliding catch. Boy, when you're running full speed at some impediments that don't move, it's not that comforting, but he goes down, makes a nice play.
Ben Zobrist, first pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. One and one. Fouls that one, a little bounding ball the other way. It's 1-2. Well, Bartolo Colon did not pitch during the regular season last year. He did pitch in the Dominican Winter League, a team managed by Tony Pena, who's the Yankees bench coach. Colon showed up in spring training. There's Tony Pena. It's foul out of play. Pena was always interesting, you know, as a catcher. He could throw. He was very athletic, but for a catcher, he had no sense of the strike zone as a hitter. If it was around the plate, he was swinging and making contact.
Oh yeah, I got to play with Tony Pena and play with him as a manager.
It's foul up the right side,
and he would, yeah, I mean, he was, you know, with Cleveland. I got a chance to play with him, and you're right. I mean, you kick the rosin bag up there, and he's going to take a rip back. Then when I went out to Kansas City, he was the manager, and I'm going to tell you what, you'd want a side session, and he'd go throw the gear on.
Yep.
He'd go throw the gear on, throw the leg out. Still flexible, still can catch, soft hands.
He was always a fan favorite too.
Better believe it.
People love to watch him play. Zobrist fouled it back. Yeah, Colon had he had a couple of different problems that prevented him from playing. Pitched about half of the 09 season. And he had a problem with his left knee and had an elbow issue. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count now. So did not pitch in 2010. Pitched in the Dominican Winter League, and here he is making his 14th start for New York. At 38, he's come back. Full count to Zobrist. And Ben draws the walk. So the Rays have a base runner with 2 outs in the 3rd. That pitch.
Yeah, I always wonder how you don't swing at these pitches. I mean, that is right there. Full count. How do you take that pitch? I mean, you get the call. Boy, oh boy, that was close.
Rays have a hit, 2 walks, and here's Evan Longoria. And now that's a strike, and again, a pitch with a little bend in it down there, and that's a strike. Fouls it. 0-2. Fastball down that time. Zobrist back in at first. Drawing the second walk here off Colon. As we play in the third, Colon has been stingy with walks and his comeback. It's blocked by Martin. 1 ball, 2.
Well, he's really changed the style of pitcher that he is. See, the strikeout to walk ratio is very good. His ground ball percentage is higher than it's ever been. It's because of that 2-seamer that he's gone with and been able to command it. Been very efficient with his pitches.
And a swing and a miss. He throws the fastball right by Longoria. The Rays leave a man. We're headed into the 4th inning, and it's 2-0 New York. Time for our AT&T trivia question tonight. These players have recorded an extra base hit in their first major league plate appearance. We saw that happen last night. How many times, how many players have done that in their first major league plate appearance for the Rays? Jorge Posada goes after the first pitch, lifts a popper down toward the bullpen, and Longoria could not gather it in. He tried to make the sliding catch once he got down there. Boy, that would have been some play to pull that one off. It's a foul ball and strike one, and a great effort by Evan Longoria.
Well, this is a tough angle, a little different than Eduardo Nunez having to run back and go over the shoulder with the dive. Much more difficult, and he just misses it. This ball just a little bit to the right. Second down.
It's a foul ball by Posada. That attempt by Longoria might be a microcosm of his season. If he's having a great year, he makes that play and comes out of there feeling really great about it. But it's been a difficult season for him. There have been some injuries involved, the oblique and the problem with the neuroma on the foot. He just hasn't been consistent. But when things are all falling into place, he makes that great play right there.
Yeah, and you're right. You look at, he puts the work in, he puts the effort in, he goes after that ball, he hustles, he slides, he does everything he can except come up with the baseball.
Fly ball into right. Zobrist is right there to meet it and make the catch. One away. And Zobrist consistently gets great reads on fly balls from the outfield.
Well, he's such a versatile player, but you know, I know you feel the same way. I love him out in right field. I mean, I think he's a better outfielder than he is in the infield, even though he's very solid, you know, in there. But you're right. He gets good reads out there. He's going to hustle. He knows to throw to the right bag.
Ball on to Russell Martin.
He makes the right throw. He keeps it where a cutoff man can handle it.
Yeah, he's very good in right field. And that's really a part of his game that might be the best part of his game. That I think there's very little recognition for him and the great job he does out there. 1-1 the count. Russell Martin 0 for 1 on the night. A home run by Robinson Cano, the difference in the game. A 2-run shot in the third. It's a tap foul. 2 strikes. Robinson Cano. Story is his dad wanted to name him after Jackie Robinson, and I guess there were discussions about what they might actually name him, and his father said, no, we're naming him Robinson. And the story I'd heard is that it took about a week before there was a definite name that they said, sure, we're going to call him Robinson Cano.
At the negotiating table?
Yeah, I guess so. And so he can't wear number 42 for a couple of reasons. Jackie Robinson, one of them, because it's retired, and Mariano Rivera, the other reason. Martin is out of there, and so he wears the reverse of 42 and wears 24. And he's turned into just a great part of this New York ball club, as we have seen tonight. With this great power display, the offensive side of his game has really exploded.
Yeah, and defensively, he's starting to lock that in a little bit more. But he would get lackadaisical out there from time to time, a little too much, you know, styling out at second base. He's really locked it in and become a very good second baseman. Good hands. When you talk about the offensive production from that position.
This pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes to Brett Gardner. Cano from the Dominican Republic, and his parents brought him to the United States to go to school, learn English for a time, and then return to the Dominican. It's a strike, and the count is 1-1. And I'd always heard that Houston had a chance to sign him. Julio Linares, part of their organization from the Dominican, and lived not too far away from the Canos. And I think the Yankees gave him $150,000 to sign, something like that, and really outbid at the time everybody else. There's a strike 1 and 2, and when you think of the money involved now, seems like a paltry sum.
It's a
to get such a great talent as Robinson Cano, but it was a little too hefty for some other clubs at the time.
And he may have been 12 too. Hard to project.
Swing and a miss. Gardner's out on strikes. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 New York. Then let's get the answer to our AT&T trivia question. How many Rays have recorded an extra base hit in their first major league plate appearance? 6. Who might they be? Steve Cox, Esteban Yan, Johnny Gomes, Jason Hamill had a double, Brandon Guyer a home run, and Robinson Chirinos last night with a double. It was only Guyer and Esteban Yan belting the home run. One strike to count to Kochman. In case he takes this pitch low, it's 1-1. Strike.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Liked all 3 of those pitches for strikes.
They were all the same.
Well, let's see where this one ends up.
This is the one that'll be called a ball. Even odds.
The count is 2-2. Upton next, and then Chirinos. Kochman out front, missed it. That's strikeout number 5 for Bartolo Colon.
Well, steady diet at curveballs and then the changeup. Casey Kochman trying to protect. He's thinking fastball. This ball just never gets there.
Now, Colon is coming off a couple rough outings. The Rays got him for 5 runs and 10 hits on the 7th of this month. And then the Blue Jays in Toronto got him for 8 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits in 2/3 of an inning. DJ loops it to the right side, and Cano's out there to gather it in. So the 0-1 pitch. 2 gone. You see that Thursday game against the Blue Jays knocked out in the first.
Yeah, the last 2 starts he lost. You see the one before that against the Mets. He threw a very good ball game. In fact, that was the last of a stretch of 4 starts where he went 4-0, had an ERA of just 1, gave up 3 earned runs in 27 innings, and all 3 of those earned runs came in 1 game.
Rinos breaks his bat, hits a roller to Nunez at third. The Rays are up and down 1, 2, 3. We head to the 5th, 2-0 New York. Another ball game, New York. Time to take a look at the upcoming Rays schedule, brought to you by Just for Man Hair Color. Rays and the Yankees here tomorrow night, again on Thursday night, then on to Kansas City, Oakland, and Seattle. As we look forward to the upcoming Rays schedule, you can live forward with Just for Man Hair Color. Pitch. Nunez takes a strike. Eduardo Nunez. David Price, by the way, will be after his 10th win of the year tomorrow night. Down to third, foul outside the bag, 0-2. We'll be with you at 6:30 on Sun Sports. First pitch set for 7:10. Price in with a record of 9-7. Freddie Garcia will pitch for New York. Yankees have gotten some mileage out of Bartolo Colon and Freddie Garcia, 2 veteran right-handers in their rotation now. Nunez fouls it. And then here on Thursday night, it'll be Shields and Sabathia. So a great matchup the rest of the way. There's Sabathia. He's 14-4 with a 264 earned run average. Shields 8-8 with a 260 earned run average. And the last time they matched up was that final game before the All-Star break. Turned out to be 1-0 New York. Swing and a miss. Nunez out on strikes. 1 away here in the 5th. Time to get an update from Todd Callis. Todd?
Yeah, Dwayne, there's some good news with the Rays starting rotation. Wade Davis yesterday had an extended bullpen session, his final test, if you will, to see how he fared. He threw 60-plus pitches. He felt outstanding afterwards, and today Ron Porterfield said he came through it fine. So expect to see Wade Davis back in the rotation as soon as that Kansas City series on the next road trip. He may even pitch as early as Friday night's game. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he's anxious to get back active, and so we'll see how that turns out. Apparently hors d'oeuvres were served at that side session he threw. Some pretty good foodstuffs in the background there down in that the Papa John's area. One strike to count to Derek Jeter. Jeter has struck out and grounded out. Hellickson misses. A little low, 1-1. Yankees have 2 runs, 4 hits. The Rays, no runs, 1 hit. Jeter bounces it to short. Brignac grabs it, throws on the move. Jeter is 0 for 3 in the second out in the 5th.
Derek Jeter, he will hit the ball on the ground for you. Keep it down in the zone. That's exactly what Hellickson did. Let your infield do the work for you. Keep this ball down. He just hammers it right into the ground. And Brignac here, nice stab, throw on the run, right on target.
Two outs, and here's Curtis Granderson. Brignac shades the middle at shortstop, and the pitch is in there. A changeup around the knees for a called strike. One and one.
So that's the one pitch that's been inconsistent tonight for Hellickson is the fastball in. He's yanked quite a few of them. In fact, he yanked one early in the game that hit Granderson. That was supposed to be a fastball away.
Fouls one back, a fastball, 1-2.
They do want to keep Granderson's hands in. Saw last night with his swings, he did not make the adjustment. He is banking on the fact that you'll miss out over the plate. That last fastball that he just swung at did catch a lot of plate. He just missed it.
In just a bit, Hellickson thought he might have the corner, but instead it's a 2-2 count.
Well, that was a good pitch there by Jeremy Hellickson trying to close him out. They continue to pound in there. This is very, very close.
And again, off the plate a bit more that time. And it's a full count.
Well, they are bound to determine to get Curtis Granderson out in.
Ground ball, right side, flagged by Rodriguez, and Sean's throw to Kochman. 1-2-3, go the Yankees, 7 in a row since the Cano home run. 2-0 New York. Colon has shut out the Rays through 4 innings, allowing just 1 hit and 2 walks. Robinson Cano's home run in the third off Jeremy Hellickson, accounting for the only scoring. That was his 16th home run of the year, and the Rays send Sean Rodriguez up here to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Pitch is a fastball down and away. Sean had shortened up on the bat. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 strikeouts tonight for Bartolo Colon. And a liner, that's going to be a foul ball beyond the left field bullpen. Boston scored a couple of runs in the top of the fifth on the 8th home run of the year by Jared Saltalamacchia. And it's 3-2 Baltimore right now. Swing and a miss. The fastball up and by Sean Rodriguez.
You're so used to looking down in the zone for the sinker that every once in a while he got Evan Longoria on the same pitch. He will surprise you by keeping the four-seamer that doesn't have the downward movement up in the zone.
And he strikes him out.
And just went right back to the same pitch. Now, you're so, like I said, you're so used to seeing that ball move down. You're looking at the knees, at the thighs for something you can drive. And he shoots the four-seamer up above the zone, goes right back to it, gets the chase right at the top of the zone with a hard four-seamer.
1 out, now Sam Fuld. Sam bunts foul right back into the screen. It's another fastball with a little getty up.
Well, that's how you can use your fastball different ways. You know, you sink it, you move in and out, you look for that late movement under the bat of the righties, back door, front door, and now you start powering the four-seam.
Oh, fouls it out of play, and he's down on the count, 2 strikes.
And guess what? Then you use that four-seam, then you start bait, and you start to, power these guys with that pitch. Then you go right back to that two-seam. Now they want to swing at the four-seam, the straight one. You get them chasing after that two-seam, you get at your ground balls.
Fuld fouls one. Rays got a 2-out walk in the first, drawn by Longoria. Upton opened the second with a base hit. And they got a 2-out walk to Zobrist in the third. That's it tonight. One ball, 2 strikes. Slider right there. Two and two. Took that last pitch down and away. It was a changeup. There's a fly ball. Center field. Granderson's got a long run to make. He'll pick it up on one hop on the track. Fold's already on his way to third, and he'll make it without a play. Third triple of the year for Sam Fuld. They had Granderson shaded toward left center field, and Fuld hit it away from Granderson and back toward deep center.
Well, you would expect them to be shaded there, thinking Sam Fuld to hit the ball the other way, but he got a fastball that he could get extended on. And even though that Granderson gets to that ball out in center field, Sam Fuld is hustling all the way. He knows the momentum of Granderson is moving him towards the center field wall, so he's just going to continue on to third base and make it easily.
So the Rays, for the first time in this game, have a man not only at third base, but a man in scoring position. Reed Brignac. Up and away. A ball and no strikes. comes in to score as Reed Brignac drives him home. And the Rays make it a 2-1 ball game. Reed's 10th run batted in. Soft liner into right field for the run batted in.
Well, we talked about Reed Brignac wants the ball down and out over the plate where he can get extended. He gets a changeup here, much like the first at bat, a ball off the end of the bat. But this was a changeup. He took it right with him and hooks that ball out into right field, and the Rays plate their first run.
Here's Johnny Damon. Damon 0 for 2. He has a history of success against Cologne, but the check swing results in the foul ball there. Strike one. 9 home runs on the year for Damon. Triple and a single by the 8 and 9 hitters, and now the top of the order. There goes Brignac, swing and a miss, and the throw, he's going to be out. Jeter puts the tag on him. Brignac caught stealing. Caught for the first time this year in 4 attempts. The Rays lose the base runner.
Well, here you go. Off goes Brignac. The swing there by Johnny Damon, almost a hit and run, trying to put the ball in play. You know, Russell Martin did a nice job of handling a breaking ball that was down in the dirt and still come up throwing and get Brignac by plenty.
And Damon lifts a foul toward the bullpen. That's going to be out of the reach of Gardner. Count is still 2 strikes. One and 2. The 22 pitch first that seemed to take forever. One and 2 to Damon. It's a high fly ball down the right field line. That ball is going to be foul. Johnny making a bid, but it was foul. He had a great view of it from the batter's box. The count is still 1 and 2. Boy, that RBI for Brignac, his first in 1 month and 1 day. To look at that ball, just foul down the right side. And strike 3 called on the inside corner. Damon caught looking. The Rays do get on the board on the triple by Bold and the base hit by Reed Brignac. Damon a parting word with Ed Rapolano. We're through 5 and it's 2-1. Next inning with Mark Teixeira stepping in, and the Rays shift their defense around with Brignac moving to the first base side of second. Teixeira, Cano, and Swisher coming up. First pitch is a little low. Curveball to start. Teixeira. Lifts a high popper on the right side. Sean Rodriguez out there right where he was positioned. One away.
Now let's take a look at tonight's Autoway text poll question. How should the Rays approach the upcoming trade deadline? TV1, be a buyer. TV2, a seller. TV3, stand pat. Text your vote to 789-7899. Standard message and data rates do apply.
Well, Robinson Cano, who is the difference in this game right now, steps in. Cano homered following a double by Teixeira in the third. Pitch is a strike. Four hits allowed by Hellickson. 2 runs. This is down. 1-1. Here's that 1-0 fastball that Cano hit out.
He just powered a mistake out over the plate and got that ball the opposite way to the deepest part of the field here. Hit that ball with some authority, and right now that's the difference in the ball game.
He lines it, and it's grabbed by Rodriguez. A hard-hit ball off the bat of Cano, and Sean Rodriguez right there with a little leap and a grab at second base. 2 gone.
Well, this was a bull with Sean Rodriguez. You see him down and ready. 1 step and a jump and a snag. Yanked that thing right out of the air. That was nice. A whole lot of time to think.
Nice to get it out on a ball hit that hard.
Well, that does. That gives a pitcher a confidence boost, because off the bat you're saying, base hit, no doubt about it. You get brought off the hook like that, all of a sudden you're like, okay, now let's get this last guy and go back in and start hitting.
Yeah, that's like checking your bank account, realizing you got more money than you thought you had.
Yes, or those pants that you wore last week out, and you find like $40 in the front pocket. Awesome.
One strike.
I've done that at least like 35 times.
It's a ground ball chopped to first. Kotzman's going to make the play unassisted. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. 2-1 New York. Four dealers. Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. And by Subway, eat fresh. Welcome back to Tropicana Field with Brian Anderson and Todd Callis. Dwayne Stats with you tonight. Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Rays and the Yankees. New York leading the Rays 2-1 so far. Leading off the bottom of the 6th is Ben Zobrist. First pitch is a strike.
Well, I really love the way that Russell Martin goes out and gets those pitches that are close to breaking, sinking out of the strike zone. He reaches out a little bit further so as not to let that ball travel so far but take it out of the zone just like that. And he doesn't get the call right there, but he really does a nice job of going out there aggressively and freezing that ball. This guy's got, tell you what, a stiff wrist. You see him.
There's a foul ball. Off Zobrist's foot. The count is 1-2. Ben right back up on his feet to walk that one off, and that does not feel good at all.
Well, this ball in, and boy, he catches it right off. You hope it got him more on the calf than the side of the shin, because we've talked about this over and over again, but you know as well as anybody, in the front of that shin right there, there's just no protection. It's skin and bone, and those, you hit it hard enough, you can crack it.
Well, something similar to that has kept Matt Joyce out of the lineup for the Rays, but he fouled that ball off his knee, and then on the next pitch hit a home run. And when he went down with that foul ball off his knee, I mean, he appeared that he might not get back up again, but did, and then hit a home run. And now Zobrist.
Yeah,
well,
see, that's
just
a little bit more
the
than meat. Yeah, but yeah, you gotta think that Matt Joyce must really be hurt, because obviously I think it goes without saying how important these games are, and you certainly would like to have your all-star right fielder in the lineup. So he must be banged up pretty good.
Zobrist out on strikes, reaching there on a changeup. So that's the 8th strikeout of the night for Bartolo Colon. Well, Matt Joyce talked about that prior to the game tonight, about his potential availability.
Today I came in hopeful, and I think I'll be eligible to play the outfield later in the game because it feels pretty good. So hopefully I don't have that chance. Hopefully we're up by enough to where I don't have to come in the game.
Longoria fouls it back. That's a strike. Well, that was headed in all sorts of directions there.
Yep.
Evans has walked and struck out. Pitch is high. It's 1-1. Zobrist has struck out. Now Evan behind in the count. 1-2.
Yeah, early in the game, it was the sinker below the hands of Evan Longoria. He eventually lost him at that at bat and walked him. Now it's been attacking him up in the zone with the four-seamer. Struck him out on that pitch last AB.
The chopper to short. Jeter makes the play. 2 up and 2 down. Strikeout and a ground out.
Well, celebrate that special occasion by purchasing a game-used lineup card, a base. You can buy a baseball, any of these autograph items from your favorite Rays players. These one-of-a-kind items can be purchased at RaysBaseball.com/gameday or at the team store at Tropicana Field. Easy for me to say, Dwayne.
They're all easy for you to say.
Well, I'm very confused.
Casey Konchman taking a strike. Just trying to.
I was just throwing off.
I was just trying to adjust the comments by Matt Joyce. Does that mean that he will be available tomorrow, or maybe later in the game tonight, or if the team is up? His feeling is that it wouldn't be necessary for him to play. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Well, no, and you're talking about, eligible to play defense maybe later in the game in right field. It means you'd be in there for Ben Zobrist, who, I guess you'd have to move him into the infield. A situation like that where maybe if you made a switch with Reed Brignac or Sean Rodriguez. But boy, oh boy, if it feels good, I would like to have him in the lineup. He is an all-star. These are big games.
Yep. 1-2. Kochman hits it foul down the left field line and just foul. So the count is 1-2. Well, the Rays would welcome that bat in their lineup as soon as possible. Lost a one-run game last night. Rays now 13-12 in one-run games, and starting play tonight, third in the division, 8 games back. And a ground ball down to third, backhanded by Nunez. Throw to first in the dirt, but it's scooped out by Teixeira, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. We're going to head into the 7th inning with the Rays down by 1, 2-1.
Lead. For all the latest news, in-depth investigative reporting, and sports coverage, sign up for the St. Petersburg Times. And if you want home delivery, call 877 The Times.
Well, here at Tropicana Field tonight, we're moving into the 7th inning. Jorge Posada will lead off for New York, and Jeremy Hellickson is set to make his first pitch of the inning. It will be his 100th pitch of the night. He's given up 2 runs, 4 hits. One of those hits to Posada, a single back in the second. And the first pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate. Jake McGee, a hard-throwing left-hander, is now up in the Rays bullpen. Good to see Bobby Ramos back with the club, too, down there in the bullpen for the Rays. High foul. That's going to be out of play. 2 strikes. Bobby been a little under the weather leading up to the All-Star break. Took the break and then another series. Spent some time at home with throat infection. It's good to see him back active. 0-2 to Posada. Martin next, and then Gardner. Foul ball. holding at 2 strikes on Posada. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit geico.com today. The 0-2. Fly ball to right field. And Zobrist is there. One away. He had him out in front on the changeup. And got the fly ball. Hellickson working one out into the 7th. First outing since July the 3rd. Got pushed back the series in New York right before the All-Star break because of the rain out. Russell Martin pitches down, a ball and no strikes. Sends a fly ball into right. Zobrist back, not yet to the track, and he's got it. So 2 up, 2 down in the 7th inning. That's 12 in a row retired since giving up that home run to Robinson Cano back in the 3rd.
So Jeremy Hellickson has very quietly settled down, given his offense an opportunity to climb back into this ball game by ripping through this Yankee lineup. He gave up that one big hit. Like you said, Dwayne, it's really quieted these Yankee bats from that point on. Got a chance.
Pretty good distribution there. 7 strikeouts, 7 ground balls, and 5 fly ball outs.
Man, and really Jeremy Hellickson more of a fly ball pitcher. I mean, his ground ball rate right around 40%. So he does keep the ball in the air quite a bit, but has done a nice job keeping the ball down in the zone tonight, changing speeds, and picking up some strikeouts along the way.
First pitch fastball then for a strike to Gardner.
Look what he's done with those pitches. After 49 through the first 2, he has really become economical.
Swing and a miss. Gardner out in front of a changeup.
You know, and that's what we thought coming in with the big layoff. How sharp was he going to be early on? Well, 49 pitches through 2. Not as sharp as you would like, but boy, oh boy, did he find it in a hurry.
Two outs, bases empty. The 0-2. And a base hit shot up the middle, a fastball. Gardner puts it into play, shooting it into center. So the streak stops at 12. Gardner's second hit tonight.
Well, here it is, just a ball that stayed middle of the plate. Gardner just took it right back up the middle. Now you got to believe here, with Gardner having swiped his last 13 bags in a row, got 27 on the season, that it's just a matter of time before they test Hellickson Chirinos.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Jim Hickey's going to go to the mound. Gardner had a little slow start in the base running department, stealing bases this year, but has been back to his normal form. He's stolen bases for his career somewhere in the 84th percentile.
Yeah.
At the time he's successful, he's a very good base stealer.
Well, he started off the year 5 out of 11. And then since then is going 22 out of 26. And like I said, the last 13 in a row. You figure here the Yankees want to get that run back. Chirinos has shown a little bit of a slow release down to second base. We saw it last night. We saw it when Granderson was able to swipe second base. Hellickson helps him out a little bit because he is so quick to the plate. So we'll have to see this chess match unfold.
Nunez, Eduardo Nunez, 108 pitches tonight for Hellickson. And a move to first to just let Gardner know that he's very well aware of him. 120 pitches, the career high for Hellickson. pitch count. That came in his shutout against Baltimore back on the 13th of May. Another toss to first. Gardner on base for the second time tonight. The first time he had Jorge Posada on base in front of him. But he's thinking about trying to get into scoring position here in the 7th inning. And again a move over. No count yet on Nunez. Nunez twice has struck out. Hellickson's been able to keep him out in front of the changeup. Pitch taken low. Laid off the changeup there. 1-0.
Well, that's the other pitch that, or the other thing that Gardner would love to run on that pitch. Give himself just a little bit more time. That's a pitch that's been very successful against Nunez tonight. Had some very awkward swings off the changeup from Hellickson.
Hellickson holding the ball out there. The pitch is tapped foul. 1-1.
Well, you can see exactly how they're going to attack Gardner over there. You throw over 3 times, make a pitch, hold. The longer you hold the ball out there as a right-handed pitcher, you got a base steal over there. You hold that ball, they start to get antsy. Their jumps typically aren't as good. Sometimes they start to sink into their heels a little bit. They want to get some timing and go in good rhythm. Holding the ball keeps them from doing that.
He's gone. Pitch up and away, and the throw is not in time. Well, Chirinos went to the outside, really sort of a semi-pitch out there. They anticipated that Gardner may go. And well, he steals second base.
Look at the jump. I mean, talk about a guy that's leaning. See, that's where Jeremy Hellickson doesn't necessarily have to throw the ball over there to first base, but he should at least step off. When you see him start to lean, he's telling you, I'm going. And he got a great jump, actually tipped it a little bit early, but the Rays did nothing about it. And he did swipe the bag.
Now, man, it's second with 2 outs, 2-1 to count. It's popped up. Chirinos hustling after it, but he'll run out of room. Ball back into the stands. And it squares the count at 2-2.
You know, in that situation, you hate to belabor the point, but when you know a base stealer wants to steal a bag, and you're looking over there at first base, and you see any kind of awkward movement from him, you know, that start to lean with that right shoulder, you just step off. You just step off. You don't even need to make a throw. But when you see that, you've got to step off.
Well, they had worked so hard prior to that to try to stymie him over there, but he stole that base. Now he's in scoring position. 2-2. It's fouled away. It was a fastball foul out of play.
Get him sped up for the changeup here.
Top of the 7th inning. 2-1 ball game. Hellickson and the Rays trying to keep it that way. Two again, down and away. Fastball, and the count is full. Jeter is on deck. 2 outs. Burger singled with 2 outs and a swipe second. Here's the 3-2. And he lays off the changeup this time for the walk. First walk given up by Hellickson tonight.
continuing to try to get Nunez to chase. But once he got to 2-2, he yanked that fastball way out of the zone, didn't give himself a chance, and then even that changeup. Nunez, it was not a competitive pitch off the plate, below the zone. Not quite quality enough to get a swing.
Well, here's Jeter. He has struck out and twice has grounded out, once to Longoria and the other time to Brignac. And he takes a cut and misses. And him out in front of the changeup.
Well, he's got such a good one. It's the more the Bugs Bunny style. It doesn't have that kind of finish and sink that you see with Shields, even with Alex Cobb. That ball stays pretty true. It's just the arm speed with the change in velocity.
Pellickson surrendered the 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning to Robinson Cano. Then retired 12 in a row. And up a single and a walk and a steal since then. The 0-1 to Jeter, and he takes strike 2. Fastball, Jeter tracked it all the way in, and it was a called strike by Rapuano.
Got a good look at it. This one all over the plate, right at the bottom of the strike zone. Right now he's got Derek Jeter in between. He's got him thinking. Swing and get way out in front on the changeup and then take the fastball.
Pitch is down, and they steal 2nd and 3rd on a breaking ball. So 0-2. The Yankees send both men as Gardner moves to 3rd and Nunez up to 2nd. They're both in scoring position.
Now that's as many stolen bases as Jeremy Hellickson has given up all year. Giving up 4 stolen bases coming into this start. That's 4 tonight.
So 1-2 count to Jeter. And a little one-hopper to first. Kochman makes the play unassisted. Fastball came in on him. And Jeter is out number 3. 7th inning stretch, 2-1 New York. B.J. Upton in there to lead off the bottom of the 7th. He looks at a fastball around the knees for a strike. Bartolo Colon on the hill. Just over 90 pitches for Colon, and he's ahead of Upton now, 2 strikes.
I think what you're going to see out of Bartolo Colon from here on out is maximum effort on every pitch. Got a very small margin of error. Pretty good back end of the bullpen. The Rays will threaten, so you will see everything Bartolo has left.
Into the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. Well, Upton 1 for 2 tonight. And a home run off Bartolo Colon in New York. The count is 2-2.
Yeah, he tried that little backdoor sinker where he shortens up his stride, which will allow him to get a little bit better extension, a little bit more movement on the fastball. And he missed.
Well, a full count. 2 slider there, and Upton, who initially was down 0-2, now 3-2.
You know, you see that happen a lot with pitchers. They're so afraid to make a mistake with 2 strikes. You know, he came out aggressive, strike 1, strike 2, and then the last 3 pitches almost like he's feeling for the zone.
2 and a foul ball, a fastball, got a little piece of it. Well, BJ, the home run he hit was off a slider off him up in New York.
Yeah, that was a hanger, and he deposited for him out in left center field. Actually, left field.
Corey Wade, the right-hander. Logan, the left-hander. And another foul ball, little piece of it. So the Yankees have bullpen action. Out on strikes. Well, he started him with a couple fastballs and he finished him with a 3-2 fastball. That's 9 strikeouts. That's a season's high for Bartolo Colon.
Well, the Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. With each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $45,000 has been donated.
Robinson Chirino shortens on the bat, takes a fastball up. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a one-hopper, deep short. Jeter makes the throw, safe at first. Jeter got to that ball. Chirino's jammed on it. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it in a good spot, forcing Jeter to go into the outfield for it and then get airborne on the throw, and he couldn't get enough on it to get Chirinos, who has his first hit of the night.
That right off the label. We've seen Derek Jeter do this many times. This throw just a little bit too much air on it. Makes the nice jump, but not able to get that good down plane with the throw, and Chirinos beats it out. About a half a step.
The Rays have a base runner. One out. John Rodriguez in the batter's box. Swings through it twice tonight. Sean has struck out. He actually was caught looking at a slider in the 2nd inning and then struck out on the 4-seam fastball up. Swinging through it in the 5th. He saw a couple of those.
Yeah, and so then Bartolo comes right here with the sinker down and in to start him off with.
And a foul right back. 0-2.
I mean, if you're Sean Rodriguez, you've seen it all. He struck you out on a slider away, a pitch that these pitchers attack Sean with. Then all of a sudden he gets him to chase a couple of fastballs up in the zone away from him. The 4-seamer, where he had been going exclusively with the with the sinker before that. And then all of a sudden here he comes back with 2 more sinkers in on the hands and underneath the bat of Rodriguez. Good luck.
The pitch outside. Fastball out there as Martin shifted a little bit off the plate.
I'll tell you what he's got him set up for right now is that backdoor sinker. You get strike 1, strike 2, the 4-seam fastball away. Hitter gives up on it, it's a ball, and you come right back with that sinker in the same spot. He gives up on that one, and you catch him looking.
1-2 the count. And the pitch is down.
That's exactly what he tried to do.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly what he tried to do. The backdoor sinker, he just threw it right into the ground. Had him set up for it, just didn't execute.
Alone 104 pitches now, and here's the attempt.
Here it is. There's the 90-mile-an-hour sinker. He just yanked it right into the ground.
Two, and a liner into right. That's going to be in there, a base hit. A fastball away, and Rodriguez went that way with it. The Rays have been at first and second.
Well, that's something you'd like to see from Sean Rodriguez a lot more than he does, is that they're going to pitch you away, continue to pound that outer third, then take the ball to right field. That was a nice piece of hitting here with 2 strikes. Take the ball away, shoot it away. That's how you get it done.
So the Rays put together a little thread here in the 7th inning. Sam Fold is due. Pitching change coming for New York.
Telecast is presented by the authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
That's it for Bartolo Colon tonight after 105 pitches. He's out of there with runners at first and second, 6 1/3. Giving up a run, 9 strikeouts, a season tie, 2 walks and 5 hits. Boone Logan, the new pitcher, and Justin Ruggiano will come on to pinch hit for Sam Fold with the left-hander in here.
Now Boone Logan on for the 36th time, a 2-2 record. He's worked 23 1/3 innings, the 22 strikeouts, a couple of home runs. Looking to get a ground ball double play here out of Ruggiano.
Ruggiano 212 against lefties with a home run. His first home run of the year for the Rays came against the left-hander Derek Holland against the Texas Rangers. First pitch from Logan is a strike.
I'll tell you what, you've got Derek Jeter pulled somewhat up the middle, a big hole over there on the left side. You see where Jeter's at. can see the hole that he's got to work with, Ruggiano.
Swing and a miss as Logan kept that ball away from him.
And he wouldn't have to hit it that hard. That's the thing. Boone Logan, he's going to stay out there and make him reach for it. But, boy, he's got a lot of room to work with because Nunez is somewhat guarding the line. Jeter shaded up the middle.
Yeah, the other thing about that is that Chirinos, or catcher, not the average catcher in terms of speed. It's a high fly ball into center field. Granderson, oh, he lost it. That ball wound up hitting the turf. That's going to be a base hit. That was a towering fly ball up there. And down it came. The bases are going to be loaded.
Well, maybe just the break the Rays needed. That was just a routine fly ball off the bat of Ruggiano. And you can see Granderson start to drift on it a little bit. And at the very last minute, he kind of holds his arms like I don't know where it's at. Right there.
So the Rays get a break right there. You would see that occasionally in the Metrodome. The ball would, if you took your eye off or if you lost it for a moment, it was hard to find again. And Granderson had that one disappear on him.
Well, I can remember shagging out there in the Metrodome, and you're right. You would go to run where the ball was, and if you took your eyes off of it, it was extremely difficult to pick up. And the same thing here. You got the rubbed up baseball, the darker roof.
Elliott Johnson pinch hits and fouls the fastball back. Strike one. So Johnson hits for Brainiac.
And he's going to take the same approach. Keep the ball away from Elliott Johnson and hope to get that double play to the middle infielders. Elliott Johnson is going to try to want to see something up in the zone that he can elevate and get to the outfield. And at the very least, tie this ball game up.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That breaking down and into it.
That was dirty. Been going away with the fastball, and all of a sudden the slider here, where you see he comes kind of from low three-quarters and really sweeps that pitch down and in and gets the swing and a miss.
Foul ball rolling toward the Rays dugout. So Chirinos is at third, Rodriguez at second, and Ruggiano at first on what turns out to be a base hit on a fly ball that Granderson lost against the background of the roof.
And we harp on the little things with the Rays. Well, here's your opportunity. Down a run, you got bases loaded with one out. You got to come out of this with something.
That's away. Fastball outside, and boy, Logan put a little something extra behind that pitch. Mid-90s.
He's going for the strikeout. You better believe it. He's trying to sneak one by him right here. This ball clearly off the plate, but what's everything you got now? You're in quite the spot.
Now a little chopper back off Logan's glove. Everybody's going to be safe, and this game is tied. Well, he threw him another fastball and just enough contact to get it over Logan's head, off the glove, and the Rays have tied this game.
Well, the Yankees have gift wrapped this run for the Rays, and still in this situation, a fly ball to center field that Granderson lost, should have been caught. That was a tailor-made double play ball there for Boone Logan. Right off the end of the bat, right to him. I mean, just right to him. Wasn't hit hard. He didn't have to jump for it. He just didn't secure the ball.
So Larry Rothschild out to spend some time on the mound. Ed Rapalano, the plate umpire, heads out there to push this along. The bases are still loaded, and the Rays have tied the game. Top of the order, Johnny Damon due up here. Three singles and the error charged to Logan. Johnny Damon 0 for 3 tonight. And he throws him the slider to start him. That's a strike. A little popper in the shallow center. Granderson coming in. Gets there to make the catch. Sliding catch. Rodriguez tries to score and will. Throw goes to backstop. Backed up by Boone Logan. And the Rays get the go-ahead run. Ruggiano winds up at third. Johnson up to second base. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. A run batted in on a sacrifice fly. As Rodriguez gives the Rays the go-ahead run to make it 3-2.
Only Johnny Damon gets a sacrifice fly on this. So many little bloop hits where he's done just enough to keep the ball in play to get hits. He gets a sac fly on a ball that barely gets out of the infield because Granderson leaves his feet and Sean Rodriguez wisely is ready to tag. That outfielder goes to his feet. He's got no time to be able to jump up and make that play, and Johnny Damon.
So Damon drives in his 42nd run, the go-ahead run. An error charged to Granderson on the bad throw, allowing the runners to advance. So it's a sacrifice fly, allowing the run to score, and an error, allowing the runners to advance to second and third. And now Matt Joyce is hitting for Zobrist, and you wonder if Zobrist, when he fouled that ball off his foot in the 6th inning, isn't feeling the repercussion from that. And so Joyce now will pinch hit. 1 strike the count against the left-hander. That swings and misses. 0-2. Well, we were wondering if Joyce could play tonight. Here he is. Zobrist fouling that one off his leg.
Yeah, I mean, he got that. That's up from the ankle. You see the immediate reaction. Trying to get that wrap compressed, keep the swelling down.
2 strikes. And Joyce is called out on strikes. An 0-2 slider. That will retire the side, but the Rays come up with 2 and lead 3-2.
Well, don't miss Friday Fest presented by Captain Morgan on Friday, August the 5th, when the Rays host the A's. The first 10,000 women, that's right, women, receive a collectible Rays t-shirt, presented by the St. Petersburg Times, and then let the Go-Go's take you on a vacation after the game as they perform all of their major hits.
Well, Jake McGee will be the new Rays pitcher. Number of changes here for the Rays as McGee comes on for the 15th time. Check the other defensive changes for you. Joyce in right field. Luciano is in left. Elliott Johnson is the shortstop, taking over for Grignac. And Curtis Granderson leads off the 8th inning, taking a fastball at 95 for a strike. So 7 innings for Hellickson. 5 hits, 2 runs. He struck out 7, walked 1, hit a man, gave up a home run. And now, after 119 pitches, gives way to Jake McGee, who throws another strike. It's 0-2 to Granderson.
A quality slider there. That was a pitch that Jake McGee's first time up here with the Rays earlier this season. You did not see that pitch. Obviously, he's been working on that. That was a quality breaking ball.
And a swing and a miss. He comes back with the high-octane fastball to strike him out. He started him with a fastball at 95, then slider, then 97.
That's just not fair. He comes with that slider, and then, like you said, just straight overpowers Granderson with 97. That's another thing we didn't see a lot from Jake McGee the first go-round. That big plus fastball. He is like a man who's got a pretty good idea right now.
Mark Teixeira will be the hitter. Pitch is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch popped up, foul ball. Straight back and out of play. Counts 1-1. Joel Peralta up in the bullpen. And a ball. Another fastball from Jake McGee at 97. Both bullpens busy. Peralta for the Rays and Corey Wade for New York.
This fastball here, you see the lean back on the swing right there. That tells you one thing. Teixeira's looking to leave. Really trying to back leg him.
1-2. It's away. 98 with that fastball.
Now you see why they talk about Jake McGee, and you start talking about future closer. This is what you expect. The big fastball, the good slider from the left side.
Ground ball that deflects off McGee and into left center field. Ruziano's going to have to come to get that ball. It's a base hit for Teixeira, deflecting off Jake McGee. The Yankees have a base runner here in the 8th.
That was a fastball, just a ground ball up the middle that glances off the leg. I think it was off the leg. I don't know if it got the glove or not. Couldn't really tell from that angle, but it hit something.
Well, there's going to be Robinson Cano up here now.
Yeah, it looked like it got underneath the glove and off the leg.
Each team with 6 hits. Cano, that's a fastball at 96, pretty close. 1 ball, no strikes.
He puts 2 more there. There's absolutely nothing you can do with that pitch. That's a big fastball at the patella tendon on the outside of the outside corner.
The 1-1. Down and away. Slider, and it's 2-1. The Orioles have beaten Boston 6-2. They scored 3 in the 8th off of semis. Guthrie gets the win, and it's 6-2 final. Baltimore over Boston at Camden Yards. Fastball foul back, 2-2. McGee consistently 95, 96, 97.
Well, that shows you what good velocity will do. There's a 2-1 count. Robinson Cano's a very good fastball hitter. Jake McGee throws him a fastball that's thigh high out over the plate, and he still fouls it off over the New York dugout. That ball clearly beat him.
2-2. And a ground ball down to third. Longoria to second, 1. Rodriguez to first, 2. 5-4-3 on the double play. Cano grounds into 2 to end the Yankee 8th. No runs, a hit. Double play and nobody left. Bottom of the 8th coming. 3-2 Tampa Bay. Started by Evan Longoria. Perfect feed to second, and Sean Rodriguez turns it with the throw to Kochman. The Rays get out of the 8th. Well, Jake McGee looked as good as we have seen him when he came into that game in the 8th.
Well, would you say that that would be a high leverage situation?
That's a high leverage situation.
It is, and he looked very good, very confident. Showed a lot of moxie. Word of the day.
Moxie. Showing it there, too. Corey Wade, the new pitcher for New York. And the pitch to Evan, he tried to check, but he could not. That's a strike on the off-speed pitch. Longoria walked in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 6th. And it's a little tap. Martin out for back to the plate. This throw to first is in time. 1 out. Corey Wade started the year in the Rays system at Durham. The Yankees have had some devastating injuries to their bullpen, and that opened an opportunity for Wade, and he has made the most of the opportunity. Casey Kochman. Pitch is a strike. Casey looking for his first hit. Strikeout and a couple ground outs tonight. It's a 1-1 count. At the knees. 1-2. And strike 3. Kochman chasing that changeup.
Well, getting on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Available dates are going very fast. So act now to make your private group reservation behind the Rays bullpen by calling 888-FAN-RAYS or by going online at raysbaseball.com.
DJ check, says Dan Sonia down at first base. Wade had shoulder issues last year. 2-0. The Dodgers in 2008 and 9. DJ laying off, and the count is 3-0. Long foul ball. DJ green light, 3-0, and he had home run distance on it. But he was a little early on that 3-0 fastball. 3-1. And DJ missed that one. He went back to the changeup. 3-1, and now the count is full. Peralta and J.P. Howell. And that's ball 4 outside. 2-out walk drawn by Upton.
What do we have here? Well, hey, Dwayne, you can get exclusive deals and coupons delivered right to your phone with the free TampaBay.com/things to do iPhone app powered by the St. Petersburg Times. It's available now at the iTunes App Store. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If you would upgrade from that flip phone that you use, it looked like Get Smart, then you could get that app, and that would be cool.
Yeah, but I'd have to buy a different pair of shoes.
That explains a lot.
Upton is back in. Upton has drawn the walk. Chirinos singled and scored in the 7th. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Pitch out, nothing doing. It's 1-1. Upton with a lead and a toss over there. Back in. I tell you, BJ right there might have been thinking about trying to go.
Why not? 2 outs, you're up by a run, try to tack one on. I think something happened.
Pitch out again. 2 balls and a strike. Joe Girardi, the former catcher. Two and one to count. Foul ball at the feet of the catcher Martin. Rays scored 2 runs in the 7th inning. The ball hit by Elliott Johnson off the glove of Boone Logan. Big part of that one. Giano. Fly ball to center. Granderson lost it, setting up that situation. Over to first. BJ back in. Run scored on that tap by Elliott Johnson to tie it. Then Damon hit the sacrifice fly ball to center. BJ back in there. Granderson made a sliding catch, but that allowed Rodriguez to score the go-ahead run. BJ back again.
Well, the previous throw over, BJ was leaning, a heavy lean. Had to dive back in. This time a little anticipation on BJ's part. Gets back in standing up.
Goes Upton and the pitch is fouled back. A breaking ball. So it's fouled out of play. You know, another big at bat in that 7th inning for the Rays was the ability of Sean Rodriguez to hang in there against Colon and shoot that ball into right field when Colon tried to get him on the pitch away.
Yeah, we haven't seen him go that way too many times, at least not on purpose. But boy, that was a great job of hitting.
Another foul ball back. So the fastball fouled by Chirinos.
You know, that's something too, that if Sean Rodriguez can continue to do that, he's going to take away that outside corner from pitchers. They're not just going to hammer him out there with the fastballs and the breaking balls. He starts shooting some balls to right field. Now they've got to respect that and come back into him.
A foul ball again, a fastball around 90.
Corey Wade there with a little arm angle change. He drops down a little bit here.
Upton at first. A 2-2 count to Chirinos, and there's ball 3. Fastball darting wide. So the count full. Chirinos will see his 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. See another one. With 2 outs and the full count, BJ was breaking, and he'll be doing that one again. Don't forget, Rays Live, the post game, immediately following our coverage. Todd Callis preparing for the post game as we cover this one here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2, and that is ball 4 inside. A pair of bases on balls. Upton goes to second, and Chirinos draws the walk. So 10 pitches. Chirinos draws the walk. Sean Rodriguez steps in. singled and scored in the 2-run 7. Batting again in the 8th. And he takes the pitch high. 1-0. Pops it up. Foul ball. That's going to be back out of play. Curveball up a bit, and Sean jumped on it but fouled it back. Swing and a miss. He got to the 1-1 count. He threw him the off speed. Changeup.
Yeah, this changeup all over the plate, but you see the quick bat, Sean Rodriguez ripping through there like it's a fastball. The bat was in and out of the zone so quick, no chance to hit that baseball.
1-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Gardner is there and makes the catch. So the Rays get a couple men on, but leave them. We go to the 9th. It's 3-2 Tampa Bay.
Strike out 10 batters in a home game, and folks, they are close in this one here. You can take your ticket stub to any Canes furniture store and get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Plus, while you're there, you can sign up for a chance to meet one of your favorite Reigns players. Canes, quality's so good, it's guaranteed for life.
Joel Peralta is the new pitcher for the Rays to face Nick Swisher. Kellick's in for 7, McGee for 1, and here's Peralta. This pitch is a strike taken by Swisher. Kelly Shopik behind the plate here in the 9th, replacing Chirinos. Pitch high, 1-1. Madden staying away from Farnsworth, Ramos, and Gomes. So Peralta's in here, charged with closing this one out. Drops low. It's 2-1. Swisher. 226 left-handed, 326 right-handed. Peralta in here now, and J.P. Howell continues to stay ready up the right field line. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Swisher. He was trying to tie it on that fastball and missed it. It's 2-2.
Well, fastball, big swing. Power on power, pitcher wins.
Peralta faces Swisher. Posada on deck. He's a good left-handed hitter and another story right-handed. That's why JP's down there in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Peralta strikes out Swisher. Well, strikeout number 9 for Rays pitching. Take another look.
Well, right here, a close game. The Rays sticking with the Cardinal baseball rule. If you're going to give up a home run, give it up the other way. Make them beat you to the big part of the field. They stay away, away, away. And they get Swisher to chase a fastball off the plate. And he got him.
Now Jorge Posada. And he's going to step in here, and Peralta will face him. So Posada 1 for 3 tonight. And the pitch is a strike. And JP stays standing on the mound out there. Of course, this is all that mix and match now because JP has been very good against Posada, but the chance that he wouldn't hit.
That's right. You'd bring in Andrew Jones, probably off the bench, a power source, right-handed hitter.
That's a strike. 0-2.
So you look at the way that this sets up. You potentially have J.P. Howell for Brett Gardner if it gets that far. Good quality fastball there by Peralta, right on the outside corner at the knees.
Yeah, he's made some great pitches in terms of location.
Yes, he has. And he continues to stay away.
And a little tap, that's foul. Straight back. Holding the count at 0-2. Ellickson worked 7 innings. Gave up 2 runs. McGee worked 1 scoreless. And now it's Peralta. A 2-strike count. No pitch. And I think they're gonna get him on the quick pitch. And Rapuano talking with Madden here. They're gonna call him on the quick pitch.
We've seen Joel Peralta do this many times, and this has never been called. He comes set and goes quick.
So Rapuano disallows the pitch. How about that? First, Kochman makes the play unassisted, and Posada is out this time. 2 gone.
Well, out in front Right to Casey Kochman, sure-handed, take it yourself. And a smart move on that play. You want to not put that ball out there where you have a potential bobble. If you can get to the bag yourself, you take it. No unnecessary throws or tosses.
Now it will be Russell Martin. Martin is struck out, grounded out, did a fly ball to right in the 7th inning.
Do not rush.
The pitch is popped up. Straight back to the screen and no play. About 4 or 5 rows back, Kelly Shoppa hustling to the screen. 1 strike. Peralta has 2 saves in the major leagues. His last save came on July 29th of 2007 for Kansas City, and that was a 3-inning save and a 10-0 win over Texas.
Keep us alive.
Protecting a 1-run lead with 2 outs in the 9th inning against New York tonight. The 0-1. A little bit wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Track with room. Rays win. Martin hits a fly ball to left, and the Rays with a 2-run 7th defeat New York tonight. It's a 3-2 final. 1-2-3. Go the Yankees in the 9th inning. Hellickson will get the win. He is 9-7. Peralta picks up his first save. Colon, the losing pitcher, his record is 6-6. So the Rays pull even in this series. They also pick up a game on Boston. Take a look at the AL East standings. New York remains a game and a half behind Boston. The Orioles beat the Red Sox 6-2. And the Rays trim a game off the deficit. They are running third, 7 games back in the tough American League East. And a very big win for the Rays tonight. And a great job by the pitching staff again. Jeremy Hellickson, you can't say enough about the job he turned in. Jake McGee, very impressive in the 8th. And Joel Peralta closes it out. He got the fly ball from Russell Martin to end it. And Joel Peralta picks up his 3rd career save. His first save this year in a Rays uniform. So the Rays dropped a 1-run ball game last night, 5-4. They win a 1-run ball game tonight. It's a 3-2 final. Let's go to the field right now in Todd Callis.
Thank you, Dwayne. Joel, 2007, last time on a major league field you had a save. How was it out there tonight, the night?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, after we come back like that, you know, and I got a chance to go over there with fans were down today, you know, it feels great to help the team win the game.
Did you know tonight with Kyle down that you might get the ball for the final out?
No, I didn't. They told me to be ready, you know, for any situation. I mean, maybe one batter because I've been pitching a lot. So, but I was ready down there. They told me probably give me in the 8th to face one batter, and then all of a sudden they told me they got the 9th, so I was ready for that.
You pitched a lot, you mentioned this year. How are you feeling physically?
A little bit tired. My head was a little bit down, but thanks God, you know, I'm not hurt or anything like that. So it feels good.
When you got that first out, you were down in the count 2-1 to Swisher, and then you threw 2 good fastballs by him. That really seemed to get you rolling.
Yeah, that made me feel more, you know, give me more confidence, and after that, you know, he was more my fastball with every hitter. And then finally got the next 2 outs.
Then you get Jorge Posada, you're ahead 0-2. I've seen you quick pitch batters. I've never seen you quick pitch an umpire before. Was he not ready?
I don't know. And the pitch was straight, so the first time I mean, they didn't on the pitch, but I mean, I got him too, so I don't know what the hell he was saying. So, I mean, thanks God that I got through it.
Final thing, you get Russell Martin. When he first hit it, did you think it was staying in the park?
Yeah, I know he missed it a little bit, so I missed the spot too, you know. It was a little bit up, I didn't want it there. But when he hit it, I know it was in the park, so I was confident that we got the third out.
Congratulations on the save. Thanks, Joel.
Anytime. Thank you.
Joel Peralta, guys, back to you.
Yeah, it was fun at the old ballpark tonight for the Rays. Rays scored 2 in the 7th to take a 3-2 lead, and they win it. Peralta closes it out. Back in a moment.